Hello and welcome. We're looking for $2 million homes around the country, and this week it's Iowa. I have my Iowa black and gold on because those Hawkeyes, they beat my Hoosiers last week in football. It's been a while, but anyway, here we go. I got no problems with Iowa. Anyway, here we go. So our first house is on the water, and it's located in kind of on the kind of central edge of it, not too far from Iowa City, where your Hawkeyes play, and between there and Des Moines. This house was nice because it's on the water, but it was kind of just your rustic looking feel. So it had the combination of rustic and water property. The only thing about this house was its dock was this very kind of minimalistic, not much to it. It's just a place to get on and off the water, and the water itself was not that big, so not too big, but it's something on the water, and it was a good first effort. And if you like rustic, then it was all right. Moving on. This next one, I think had a little bit of land to it, 48 acres. So I think that was kind of the draw, but it was kind of up a little high and kind of a little in the middle of nowhere. And the interior was interesting. This was a different take on the whole rustic thing because you have the trees as the beams for everything. Look around. I mean, I like this seating area around the kitchen so everybody can gather around and just use that. But yeah, it definitely gets out into the rustic. You cannot deny it at all. The outside, I think, was a little bit more because this had a barn area, and this had a huge, and I mean huge, area to store your toys and things. So even if you're not into horses or farming and stuff, you had this whole area. Then the middle of winter, you could play roller hockey or something. That's pretty cool. I'm not quite sure what this is. A nice, I guess this little workshop area was all right too. So moving on. This one was another water property. Hello, kitten. And this was just north of Iowa City. So this was, and this is kind of a weird one because it was located on here, but it appears it's blocked off from the bigger river. So it's just a separate lake, which was an okay lake, not a great lake, not nothing like you'd see in Missouri or Tennessee or something. But it is okay. It would have been better if it was linked to the lake, and maybe it is. I'm just not seeing it. But it's got a little bit of a bigger dock. The house was, I think it was built in '69, so it kind of has some '70s vibes going on here with the extra wood paneling you see. I do like the light in the kitchen, so that'd be if you were preparing a meal. That would be I like to cook, so that would be pretty fun. And it had kind of open concept before open concept. I do like the view of this outside to the water. Was great and very open and very warm. But again, you would think with the start of this that all these are going to be rustic homes, and they just are not. I just wanted to show real quick some of the outside views. So we get into some more interesting views. Iowa, it turns out, on one source I saw, is the 33rd most populated state in the country. For instance, Indiana is the 17th, and Idaho is the 39th most populated. This one is very modern. So you go just from that straight up rustic to even the fan has a funky turn and curves to it. And this house, real quick, is located. So if you're a Hawkeye fan, it's located right there in Iowa City. So, but it was just wow. They really went for it. And some of these, just to tell you the difference of things of, on the one hand you have the rustic, but yet you still have a very extremely modern feel. The wood's a little, I'm surprised they didn't go just with the white cabinets and sometimes, like, I almost wish they would have been consistent on the wood paneling, because they have light wood and the darker wood. So, and then they have even darker so it's kind of, they could have been more consistent throughout the house. I like the combination. I just wish it was more consistent. These railings are a different color, so it's like, let's kind of even it out. But I do like the open air of this and the modern feel. And let's all guess on when it was built. 2005. So pretty cool. Next up is another one. I really kind of like this house, and it was a big house, and I like the outside look of it. It was in Cedar Rapids, so you have a good sized community there, a nice town. And I also like the inside. I like the flooring and the pattern of it, and the rich colors throughout it, and they added the rock to the fireplace there, and some of the light fixtures. I like the artistic glass they used for that. Like a couple different eating areas in here, like the table you can sit and around the island, and so, but just the outside was very, I don't know, it just didn't do very much. And I forget exactly how many. I didn't think it had that many acres. So it had like 2 acres, which for me is a lot, but for these big houses, by the time you get done with the house, isn't all that much. And so it had a wine cellar, it had a downstairs, kind of bar area, but it had a pond, but no pool or anything. It had a hot tub, so I don't know. It just seemed, it wasn't quite there. So there you go. Moving on. So this house originally was higher, but I got to looking at it some more, and it is way up north. So you've got to love this particular lake a whole lot. And the lake itself just isn't that big, so it's okay, and it's okay to play on, but it's not that big of a lake. So just to go straight there, the insides, they have a covered area on the back. They have a pretty good dock. You can have a couple multiple boats and a little seating area, fireplace down there, fire pit I should say. And it was okay. I don't know how I feel about this fireplace. It's kind of freestanding there. It's a little strange, kind of breaks up the space more than I would like to see. So overall, I just wasn't amazed by it. Now, one thing I gotta say that I liked about Iowa is that the houses were much better. So you may not think, the location is great in Iowa, but I think the houses made up for it. There wasn't a lot of homes, but the homes over there were good. Much better than Idaho, which I still can't figure out. Anyway, so this house was made in 1924, and it has the swimming pool, kind of your classic swimming pool, and it also has a lit tennis court, which is multi-purpose. You could do pickleball, whatever. But I think that was kind of the big draw. It's located in Des Moines and over on the kind of east side. I'll show you something in a minute. But very nice interiors, because it's 1924. It's a little bit more compartmentalized. It kind of got notched a little bit because it doesn't, like, those may be original floors, and these cabinets have not been redone. And if you don't like the colors, then the colors are a bit it's like this whole kitchen could stand a remodel, and I hate to say that. And some of the other rooms kind of just look like they could use a remodel too. It's just, I like the house, and it's got this nice entertainment pool house, so you could just have a party out here just separate from the whole rest of the house, and it'd be fun. But like, this countertop is just very dated, so they whitewashed some of this, so I think they made an effort. I kind of wouldn't have mind seeing that beams though if they were a different color. So I think that's kind of the only knock on this house. I do like all the setup of it, if you will, but it just, you can almost spend $200,000 to bring it up to $2 million just to reduce some of the rooms and still not have everything done. Moving on, number 3. So this originally was number 1, but I got to thinking about some stuff. So this one is located west of Des Moines, and it is another lake house, and this had a pretty good lake. Again, a good lake, but not a great lake. So I don't know how much of a play. It's so narrow, you might have trouble. I mean, I'm sure you could ski on it. It might be like a better fishing lake, but it's not a huge like a Missouri lake or Tennessee lake, like I said. So it was nice, but not great. And it had a separate garage. But the one thing that initially put it up higher was you have this little outdoor tiki bar, and loves me a tiki bar. And they also have a separate fire pit, so you could definitely enjoy that area in a good sized dock. Obviously it has a jet ski lift and a boat area, so, and another fireplace. So you just have lots of the entertainment value of this was pretty fun for sure. But the interior was very colorful, so they picked something and they went with it, and I respect that. But if you're not into the vibrant colors, it could be really off-putting. So I think you would either love this or you would kind of hate it. And I don't know. So, and it was interesting one with the bright blue couch, which I think actually fits with the yellow. So it's just something that when you spend $2 million on a house and walk in and think, oh, I'm going to have to paint everything. And then they have one just blue room. They have the yellow rooms, and now they have the blue rooms. So it's something that either it works or it doesn't. Wow, I guess I didn't notice the bunk beds down there. So this would just be a great party, kind of get together, family house. Moving on. So this one is just, this shows you the kind of big homes that I was seeing in Iowa, and something that, and this was located in like a suburb of Des Moines. And this one, oh yeah, this one was the one I was zoomed in because if you like to golf, there are 5 golf courses really close. So in this house actually is on one of these golf courses. So we'll see that view in a minute here, and close to the airport. I mean, I guess I had this kind of higher because if nothing else, if you're coming to visit this or wanted to go somewhere else, the airport is right there. So close. So, and it has a great pool, and I think that might be a hot tub and a slide and an outdoor eating area here and an outdoor area here and an outdoor area here. You could have 3 different parties going outside and they wouldn't see each other. So, like I said, it's on a golf course with plenty of tees. There's women's tee, the men's tee, the pros tee, the pro and the pro. I don't know. That's crazy. So you have this neighborhood, and the house just looks impressive outside and in. Very aristocratic. I like the use of the stonework, along with the wood and the carvings, and everything's inlaid, very fancy. Excuse me. Sorry, that's the chicken tiki speaking. So it's just a very rich, full home. And if I was more of a golfer, I probably would have put this up just a little higher. But it, has a nice entertainment area and a great, like I said, outdoor entertaining. It's just very solid, big 4-car garage. So that I enjoyed quite a bit. So that was neat seeing that. And it, it's just well under. You still have enough money to buy yourself a nice car. So the number 1 house, and this is going to be kind of a silly reason, but I kind of like it. So this is like from the house, you're minutes away from a Target, an REI, a Trader Joe's, and an Aldi's. Which I know you're going to say that is so low rent for these price houses, but it's just nice that you could have and a Walmart and a Texas Roadhouse, but it is kind of good to be near some of that stuff, because these other houses I just showed you, I think was half an hour away from all these, so it kind of makes a difference. There is So it means this house is a half hour away from the airport. But this house kind of also had great entertainment options of it has, you know, your fire pit here, your great pool, and this pool is a little nicer on the just the design of it than the other. The interior was a little bit more plain, and if somebody wants to come back to me and comments I'm crazy, the other house is better, and I take that in a heartbeat, sure. So I'm looking at this now. I'm just thinking business, office, furniture, kitchen. So I'm sorry, that's pretty funny. And I can't imagine how much it costs to make a fridge look like that. So that's got to be crazy expensive. But the interior of this was not as rich, but I think it was a little bit more minimalist, possibly on purpose. It was still a full, you know, you have this billiards room, and it still had plenty of entertainment options. You know, a more it still had the, you know, the bar, but I think in a way it's kind of a little bit more upscale. It had a smaller theater area, but still that's plenty good to watch the game or whatever. But I think going down to has its own, has its little workout room, but it's got an indoor hot tub, which in the winters I think is cool. I don't understand why some of these fancy homes don't have this more often, but I think that's wonderful. And then this is a view down onto the pool, and it just has a nice privacy around you and with the rocks and the whole system. It's just a little better outside, and it's got this, you know, this outside cooking eating area too, which the other one I don't know, I don't remember seeing like a cooking area per se. So there we go. So that was Iowa. I really enjoyed Iowa. It was a pleasant surprise, and I hope to go visit there one day. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a great evening.